Happy Monday morning. Hope you had a good weekend. Welcome back. It's definitely a Monday. I'm trying to get my brain woke up and making sure everything here is working. I don't want any mistakes this morning. Okay, I've already traded pre-market a little bit, just a small share size, just for practice. And we have INAB as the leading gapper, up 112%. I traded it back when it was at around $1.50. As it pulled back right here, I got in on that pullback. We can look at that real quick. I recorded this. It'll be on the video that, or you can watch the rewatch the live stream later on. It's like, I got to get the old throat moving here. So yeah, I traded it as we were pulling back to this level and to the EMA. I jumped in it and then sold as we broke out up towards $1.70. I had two positions, sold half as we broke the high of 163 and sold the other half up into $1.70. And we've since moved up over $2, and now we're pulling back again here on the 1 minute. So we have a nice 1 minute uptrend. Nice looking stair step on the 5 minute. We do need to pull back on the 5 minute and consolidate at some point and form ourselves a support. We haven't had one since down here. But a lot of momentum on that stock. So hopefully it'll keep doing that after the bell rings. And I think all focus for the most part is on INAB this morning, but I do have a couple of others here that I kind of have on watch that I'm not sure about. They're not like super awesome or anything. They just kind of stuck out a little bit as something that might have potential. GETY, the reason I like it is because, well, first off, you got that nice move up, and yeah, it gave back, maybe close to half of its profit here and then pulled back even further, but then made a nice move up. So looking for a 5 minute higher low, and this is kind of getting extended here, so I'm not liking that. I'd like to see this break out a little sooner, but we can keep in mind that anything above 689 is a higher low. Let's kind of zoom into this though and see what it looks like. Yeah, it's not ideal. It's a 15-minute inside bar. See this? You see you have an inside bar. Well, you have an inside bar, inside bar, inside bar, bear break. I don't know. Doesn't make me feel all warm and happy inside, but we'll see. If it starts to break out, I think what I'm looking for on this one, well, definitely we want to get up over 855, because what this would end up being is an equilibrium where you have your high of the move and you have the low of the pullback, and then you'd have a lower high. And so now we're looking for a higher low. Typically, you'd want it to happen a lot sooner than what we're seeing here. This is drawing out way too long. That's not your typical equilibrium setup. It could still happen. It's maybe a little lighter on volume. It's not too bad on the volume. A lot of red candles there, but we want to see that breakout over 855 to say that this is our higher low and higher high in a breakout. That equilibrium. Look at this, man. 242 now, looking up at 250. Let's take a look at the daily levels. So I was a little concerned about the 200 moving average being at 214, but we're definitely way above that now. We're up here at 250, so we do have a pretty good resistance there. This is a recent IPO also from, well, last year. More like a year and a half ago. Anyways, we've never really been above, we've never closed above the 200 moving average in this whole time. So that's why I was a little concerned. I'm like, I don't know. But now maybe, who knows? Or is it going to be like one of these times back here where we opened above and we pushed higher, but then, it rolled over and we closed down below the 200 moving average. See here again, had days where, Yeah, we were above it. We did close above it here, but we ended up failing eventually. So 250 is where we're at now. So there is a daily level here with 4 minutes to go till the market opens. And there's a daily level up there. So let's go see what that looks like now on the smaller time frames. Okay, so we just broke through that daily level of 250, which is also a psychological level. So I'm going to get rid of that. We know it's there. Just get rid of it. And we're heading up towards that 288 or 285 area. And then we have other areas up here. You have 228 people will be looking at, 328 rather. It's a big jump. Okay, so that's enough time on the daily. I don't usually spend that much time looking at the daily time frames. Holo, it's another one of those. Yeah, I'm not sure, but we'll keep an eye on it. Watch list material. It's choppy even on the 15-minute. We have hourly inside bars. Whoops, that's not the hourly. Right here. Hourly inside bar. Yeah, you can see the choppiness on the 15. So I just don't know yet at the moment. You got these long upper wicks. Nothing very clear about either one of these. And my fear on INAB is that we're so extended that we may end up pulling back after the bell rings. Or it could be a gap and go. I don't know, maybe we just open and go, just rip, you know? Here's a look at the scanners one more time. INAB on the high of day momentum scanner. And we have the gap scan here, your leading gapper INAB. Next one down is Getty, which I have on the watch list. ZVSA, I don't quite recall that one. No, it's garbage. And UCAR. I do actually have UCAR up over here. Okay, so this one you can see on the hourly time frame real quick. Made a big move yesterday or 2 days ago. It IPO'd 2 days ago. It's been selling off ever since. But looking for a bounce. That's it on this one. I don't know if I'll trade it. Let's take a look at where our resistance is as we have 1 minute to go till the market opens. We have resistance here. We really didn't put in much here. Okay. Good enough. So it's a 1 minute uptrend with higher lows and higher highs. And kind of like well, we do have a support down here. Okay, we're 15 seconds away from the market open. Good luck to you. Make sure you stick to your strategy, use your stop losses. And here we go. Let's do it. Right in the mic, just like that. Ding, ding, ding. Here we go. Well, I got long on UCAR and got stopped out twice. That is not how I wanted to start my day. Probably a little bit aggressive getting in twice like that. So we're coming up against the volume weighted average price on Holo. But it's showing some strength. I'm going to jump in it. We'll see what happens, see what we get here. I'm adding to it as it's moving up. Nice breakout. I'm going to sell half right there. We do have that resistance up here, 335. So we're at that resistance. I'm going to put a stop loss in, low of day. We do have a resistance up here at 362. I took a loss. I took a third loss on UCAR. I tried to trade it again over here, and I got stopped out on it. So unfortunately, down $81 on that one. And I am long INAB there. Looking up towards that daily level. And I'm out on HOLO. Looking for the break on INAB. Can we get through the daily? I'm going to sell it right there. So I'm all out right now. No trades at the moment. I'm down $81 on UCAR, but I'm up on INAB and HOLO. So I'm sitting at $28 on the day. I'm halfway to my daily goal. And now we have something hitting the scan, INAB. Yeah. I'm going to buy HOLO off the volume weighted average price there. We'll see what we get. But I am going to move my stop loss up pretty tight. Not holding up there, so I took a loss on that. And GETY is not giving me that move I was looking for. Well, a little late there. Okay, so I'm trying to buy off of 265 on INAB. I'm in at 268. I'm going to move my stop loss up to the low of that candle, so I'm risking $10. And if I get to my daily goal here, I will exit this trade. I don't know. Don't know yet. We will find out. The high of that candle is 279. It's It's going to close in 5 seconds. And stopped out. Let's get back in that. Try it once more. I'm going to exit that. I thought it was going to break down there, but it didn't. Let's see if it holds 265. I mean, I really thought it was going to break down. It didn't, so let's just see. Looking for a higher low on the 1 minute time frame. It's a 5 minute inside bar. And stopped out on that. So I'll be looking for a trade off of the volume weighted average price. I am in a trade over here on UCAR. I bought it down here. Now I'm going to get out of it there for a $20 win. Okay, I'm long INAB right there. Actually should have widened my stop out just a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just sell that. And I'm going to look for I'm going to look for that move down to the volume weighted average price. So I'm looking at Acon here. Got halted at 636. So it should be resumption any second here. I'm kind of thinking about maybe taking a trade on it. Well, I wanted to look for a dip. I'm going to buy through for the breakthrough $1.50. See if it'll give it to me. Selling half there. We have a resistance up at $1.67. Afraid that's going to get halted going down. I'm going to go ahead and just take the profit on it. So I didn't make a lot. NXPL will be resuming here in a couple of minutes. In about a minute, less than a minute. Excuse me. I'm going to go ahead and buy that right there. Well, that was a big drop on NXPL. Let's see if we get a bounce back up. Just going to go ahead and sell it there. And I'm going to flatten my position there on Acon as well. So that gets me back close to green on the day. I was down about $50. We have FRC hitting the scan. Selling it there. So just a quick trade because my stop was a little too tight. That gets me back to green on the day. Yeah, I'm long over here on INAB down at the volume weighted average price. Selling half. I'm going to hold that other half with my stop loss down at the low. Low of that candle. Oops, stopped out on that. I'm going to buy right there off of that support a couple of times. So that puts me down red on the day. So that was a pretty good drop. I like the probabilities there of that support holding, but sometimes you do get a little flush like that. Okay, so we'll see if we get a little move here now on this one. Sell half right there. Okay, so I'm all out there. I am going to trade over here now on FRC. I bought on this candle, but then it turned red, but I'm just still holding. There's a nice little move. So I'm selling half of it there. I'm also, if you notice, I'm going to trade on Acon, ACON, but I bought it just as it got halted. So I'm going to halt going down. So I could take a pretty good loss on that. Been a rough morning so far. Definitely some choppy price action here. I'm going to go ahead and flatten out FRC. So halt resumption on Acon. We halted at 6:45, so at 6:50 we should have halt resumption. So that's in less than a minute. And that's why I exited FRC, because I want to pay attention to Acon. Okay, all out on ACON. Ended up not taking a huge loss on it. I'm long GETY, and the reason why is because we have a higher low on the 1 minute time frame coming up to the volume weighted average price. I'm just going to go ahead and sell it right there. I flattened my position on INAB. So I am green on the day once again. I'm long FRC over here, coming down to that support area. And I'm long once more. I'm also long Acon there, looking for a halt going up, possibly. Selling half on FRC. flattening the position all out. So I am in a halt going up on ACON. So I missed the trade off the volume weighted average price on INAB, but I did buy this little pullback here. So we'll see if we get continuation. We really want to see a breakout over 250. It's just not looking the way I want it to look, so I'm getting back out. Okay, I'm long on INAB. Had that bear break and now a bull break. Selling half right there. That's a nice move. I'm just selling the other half there. Actually, jumping back in it right there. I'm going to sell again. And one more time back in. One more time again. One more minute until halt resumption on ACON. And I'm not sure exactly what to expect on it. I'm hoping we'll open up at $1.50 possibly, and I can sell it right away. My plan is to sell as quickly as possible. We got halted at 652, so it should resume here at 657. I am in a trade over here on INAB. I got in it on that pullback on that red candle. Here we go. Flattening my position there on ACON. That was a nice resumption up. I am out on INAB as it started to pull back there. So that was a nice halt resumption. I almost missed it over here on Econ. That was a really nice resumption. So I'm up $34. I'm almost thinking about stopping. I've been trying to get to my daily goal and I just haven't been able to get there today. It's been a little bit of a struggle. Let's see what INAB wants to do here. I went ahead and bought it once. I want to see if we get the breakout. Really struggling around 250 there. It didn't go as quick as I wanted that to go right away. So I'm not going to fool around with it. You didn't even see what I was doing. I was trying to buy it here. So I was in it here, but it's just kind of, okay, wait, maybe it's going to do it. I don't know if I can trust it. I think the place to buy was down here at the volume weighted average price. So I think I missed my entry on it because getting in up here is difficult when it's just bouncing around like this. I'm going to give it a shot. See. Yeah, I'm just going to sell it there. That's really close to my daily goal. I hate to do this. Buying like that, you just never know. Then I'm going to flatten it there. There we go. Oh, there we go. Daily goal. Man, that was rough. That was tricky. But I got there. Look at that rejection. I was afraid of that because you saw how this thing, when you notice these stocks like this that are, how that candle was just moving up and down like that, you could tell there was a lot of buying and a lot of selling, just a lot of struggle back and forth between the bulls and the bears. So there were a lot of people shorting this stock. But then what you had was the short squeeze. And as we bursted through this resistance or whatever, that's not even the correct level now that I look at it. There was a short squeeze, and then the bears were selling into that squeeze up here. And now you see the failure, and now we're pushing down. But now can the bulls hold up? Can the bears continue to push? And it looks to me like the bears have kind of the momentum here. Pretty high volume. So one last trade from me, and I got what I needed, exactly what I needed, up 52.65 on my day. I'll take it. But man, what a struggle. Holy cow, that was a struggle. Okay, so that puts me up at $1,078 overall. I am over halfway through phase 2. It's taken me a while. I thought for a while I was going to get there pretty quick, but then I had all this other stuff happen. So anyways, well on my way to that that next target of 1,500 and moving on to phase 3. I can't wait. It's going to be exciting when I finally get there. So nice to finally have a day where I hit my daily goal. Well, I didn't on Friday, but I did on Thursday. All right, well, there will be a trade review coming up here shortly. Take a look at the stocks again. Oh my gosh. So Acon, ACON is halted again. That's crazy. I like the way FRC looks here. After you have this inside bar bull break. It was an equilibrium on the smaller time frame. You had your low, lower, high, higher, low, lower, high. And now the bull break. A little choppy, but it's there. Okay. Yep. So there we go. All right. That's it for me. I'm going to get out of here and take care of yourself. Thanks for watching the show. I'll be back again first thing tomorrow morning. So till then, adios.